If you guys remember on Black Ops 4, all of the zombie maps seemed to have a secret room, and inside they had furniture and they were like fully fleshed out, but we were never able to open them and access them. We did all kinds of stuff trying to get into these rooms, but nothing ever came of them, so we knew we had to move on. We were guessing that this could be some kind of cross-map super Easter egg, and I even spoke to a coder that said, yeah, these doors all require the same trigger to open them, which could have been if you finished all the main Easter eggs, then you would have access to all of these secret rooms on all the zombie maps. But that's just speculation. We don't know for sure, but some interesting information was uncovered with one of the secret rooms on Voyage of Despair earlier this summer. I made a full video about that, and shout out to Pickle, Maniac Killa, Jack, and ATE47. These guys were able to open this door here on Voyage and render in all of the furniture and everything that was supposed to be in it. When they did that, they found an open book with a cipher on it, and it was an alchemy cipher, and one that we had never seen. Well, I take that back. We had actually seen it because people dug it out of the texture files in the coding and were able to solve it, but we could never locate it. Like, we never found it on Voyage, and it seemed to just be lost or never put into the map. And then when these guys were able to render in all of the graphics in that room, it was like, oh yeah, okay, here it is. This is where we were supposed to find this cipher. This room here is way at the bottom of the ship, and this room was also used for the intro cutscene, so we were thinking, well, maybe this room was all that ever was. Like, it was just for them to do the video capture for the intro cutscene, and we were actually never supposed to get in it. But the problem is the cipher book was not in the intro cutscene, and it only exists in the actual map when you render in the graphics. So now we're like, okay, we're supposed to get into this room. How do we do it? And when we talked to the top coders, they said, yeah, there is absolutely nothing in the code that suggests that we have any ability to open this door and access this room, which was concerning because we have a big old cipher in here to solve and they're not letting us. And the solve on this is actually really fascinating. It's a poem and it's really beautiful. And I was thinking, it's gonna be unfortunate if we don't have a way to legitimately see this thing. Here's what the full book looks like right here, and we use this alchemy table to completely solve it. And here's the solve, and this again is a poem. I'm not gonna reread it because I already went over all of this in the previous video. So after I'd made this video and had seen that there's a full cipher in here, I was like, well, are we supposed to get into this room? Is there something we're missing? Did the coders maybe not understand the code enough? Is there a chance that there is an unfound Easter egg with this room and there's something more we should be doing and looking into? I felt kind of lost at that point, and I've just been left wondering, like, what are we supposed to do? Well, I got my answer the other day, and this case is closed. I was trying to get footage for another video, and I had gone over to Black Ops 4 multiplayer map Remnant. That map is loaded with zombies stuff, and I walked in and I saw the book and I was like, oh my god, this is the answer. Treyarch knew that this cipher had been left out and they wanted us to see it, so they put it in this multiplayer map. And in fact, the book is like in 5 different areas to make sure we see it. When I saw this, I knew at that point that these secret rooms were dead. Like, we're not getting into them because they realized that we couldn't access that one on Voyage to see this cipher. They knew they wanted us to see it, so they had to put it somewhere else. So to me, this means that the room on Voyage is never happening. Like, this case is closed, and since that room was kind of linked to the other secret rooms, to me, like, this just gives me closure where we can just move on completely, forget the secret rooms. It's never gonna happen. Like, it's dead. And it's sad, but it's good to have that closure that we don't have to like think about those anymore, wonder about those. Like, this was enough of a message from them that, yeah, it's done. And I'm sure some of the top coders already fully understood this, but for me, like, I wanted a clear sign, and this was that sign for me. And it's a cool little thing to know that, yeah, this was supposed to be in a secret room on Voyage, but they had to put it into a multiplayer map, and now we can actually view it. And I'm not sure if anybody else has made a video about this, but I wanted to put one out there just to kind of wrap this up and put a bow on it and say, yeah, it's done. We got closure. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, just going back and tying up loose ends with BO4 and BO3, and definitely have a lot more videos coming like this. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.